Commanders Field holds a little more than 80,000, and they have come out in droves here in Landover, Maryland.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
On play action, May.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington.
And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw again.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a quick throw here, that's complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Play action, May.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Henderson now on 1st and 10.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Henderson.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henderson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. This 2nd and 4. On the handoff, Henderson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Henderson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A first carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Henderson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 8.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
In motion left is Higgins.
On third down, Robinson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. Knowles. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 2nd down and 8. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown.
Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They run for it. Here's Blue. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
68 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff, Blue. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 17. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, they run with Blue. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 4 yards out. And the Niners have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go play action now. May. Nico Collins. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Nico Collins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They go again with Blue. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run on second down with Blue. And he gets it down to the 32. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Niners are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they go play action with May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here comes 2nd down. Again, it's Henderson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Back to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw.
This ball intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter, both offense and defense.